What's up, guys? Thanks for stopping by and hope everyone's having a great day. This is Josh from VHU, and I'm bringing you my list of my 10 favorite video games of all time. Let's go. So coming in at number 10 on my favorite games of all time is Age of Empires 2. This is one of the older RTS games on PC. Definitely my favorite RTS of all time. There's so much you could do. It had a great story. It had a lot of skirmishes and online as well. It was really a lot more fun for me to just create a giant map and have like 8 teams on it and just really just have fun and try to wipe each other out. That was the best. Lots of game modes, lots of customization, create your own maps. So much fun. Definitely my favorite RTS of all time. Number 10, Age of Empires 2. Coming in at number 9 on my list is GoldenEye 007. You're going to see a lot of N64 games on this list. GoldenEye obviously revolutionized the first-person shooter genre, along with, I would say, Perfect Dark is right there as well. GoldenEye had a lot more fun. Obviously, getting the Golden Gun was a lot of fun. Had a phenomenal story to it. Great multiplayer. Just totally revolutionized the way we look at first-person shooters today. So number 9 on my list is going to be GoldenEye. So number 8 on my list is going to be another N64 title. This is Donkey Kong 64. Definitely one of my favorite games of all time. Probably should have put it a little higher on the list, but I didn't. Too many other really good games to pass up on. So Donkey Kong 64, again, really revolutionized the N64. You had to put the expansion pack in. I think it was the first game to actually require the expansion pack. So many characters you could play as. Giant maps, giant missions. One of the biggest games I found for N64 and most expansive. And just a hell of a lot of fun to play. Coming in at number 7 on my favorite games of all time is going to be Battlefield 3. For some reason, I can't really get into Battlefield 4, but Battlefield 3 really gets me excited. Really pushed the limits of what first-person shooters are, especially with multiplayer. Definitely well above and beyond any Call of Duty game I've ever played and probably will ever play. So much you could do. Big maps, weapons, customization of weapons and vehicles and all this other stuff made it so much fun and so expansive, and the maps were huge, and it really pushed the limits of what first-person shooting gaming is all about today. So Battlefield 3 is going to be on my list. Again, Battlefield 4, just for some reason I can't really get into. Coming in at number 6 on my list is going to be Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Definitely, in my opinion, had the best story. Pushed the limits of things you could do, buying property, storing cars, so many unique cars. Graphically, it pushed the limits, especially on PC. Without a doubt, the best Grand Theft Auto game in the series. So much fun. Phenomenal story. Probably the best story in the series as well. So number 5 takes us back to an RPG. This is a PS1 classic. This is Final Fantasy VIII. This is definitely one of the better stories in the Final Fantasy series. And after this, things kind of took a bit of a tail off, in my opinion. They were still pretty good, but once I get on the PS3, it wasn't so good. Final Fantasy VIII had an amazing combat system and also the card game Triple Triad. Such an expansive story, so innovative, and so much you could do in that game considering the limitations of the PS1. So number 5 is going to be Final Fantasy VIII. Number 4 on my list is going to be Pokemon Crystal for the Game Boy Color. This definitely was my favorite Pokemon game of all time. Great story. Took what was really good in the original Pokemon games before it and really improved it. Made it much better. In my opinion, the best. So much you could do considering, again, the limitations of the hardware. Looked great. Sounded great. Played great. Great story. Awesome game. Number 3 on my list is going to be Fallout New Vegas. It really took what was great about Fallout 3 and vastly improved it, although in my opinion Fallout 3 probably had a better environment and probably a better story. New Vegas still had an amazing environment. It wasn't quite as post-apocalyptic, but there was a lot of things that were good in Fallout 3 that New Vegas really improved on, like weapon customization, aiming down the sights and stuff like that, plus all the great RPG elements and so much more. Definitely one of my favorite RPGs of all time. Coming in at number 2 of my favorite games of all time is going to be Kerbal Space Program, and that may shock some of you guys, but if you can't tell, a lot of these games share the same type of pattern in that a lot of them are open world, leaving you the ability to do pretty much whatever you want. In a lot of them, you do have a story to follow, but in Kerbal Space Program, you actually do not have a story to follow. That's what I love about it, is it's completely open. You can do anything you want, so much customization, so much realism, and so much modding too if you want to get into mods for this game. Definitely one of the better games I've ever played. And it's not even that it's a good game. It's just so addicting, so realistic, and it's just so much fun to play. You can just spend hours and hours playing it, just trying to tweak things and getting better at it. So definitely one of my favorite games of all time. So the number 1 game on my list of my top 10 games of all time is not really going to surprise anyone. It's going to be Final Fantasy VII, and it had amazing combat, amazing materia system, and really one of the best stories I've ever seen in a game ever. Hundreds of hours put into this game. I couldn't even tell you how many hours I played. And honestly, it is a pioneer. A lot of the RPGs that you guys, especially you young ones, play today would not be what they are without Final Fantasy VII. It was definitely a pioneer. But regardless, guys, that's my opinion, not yours. I'd love to hear your comments down below. Let me know what you think of my list. Come up with your own list. That'd be awesome. Thanks for watching, guys. You have yourself a great day. Peace out.